Hey guys, so I have a couple of images I want to show you, and they were all generated using AI. Let me just say that right off the bat. But then I want you to honestly tell me what you think if you have seen these images somewhere else without you being told that it's AI. This is the first image. I can actually zoom in and show you some details. Then this is the second image. Yeah, it gets more realistic when we go further, and I can also zoom in. There is no part showing that this image was generated using AI. I mean, everything here looks so real, but this lady doesn't even exist. This is the third one. What do you think of this also? I mean, if assuming you've seen this image at random just from somewhere else without being told that it's AI, you would definitely believe that it's not AI. And I mean, look at the Google logo just below it. It's the Google logo, but then the text below is what would give it away. And then the text behind, which is still fine because it's more like a TEDx presentation. Anyway, there's a model that works perfectly well for scenarios like this, and it's the Flux AI model. So in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how you can generate images like that for yourself. So let's get started. All right, so one of the easiest ways to access Flux model is to go to Tensor Art. It's accessed by going to Tensor.art. And what this platform does is it allows you to select from a vast number of models that are also created from the community. And now let me just show you what some of these were used to create. I mean, these are images that were generated using models provided by people. So for us to get access to Flux, all we need to do is come to models. By the way, signing up is just as easy as using your Google account. So upon clicking on models, you get to see the number of models that we have. And when you keep scrolling, this was the image from one of the models. And when you keep scrolling, you're going to see a lot of options. This is also a realistic looking image, and it was made using Flux AI. So since we are here for Flux, what we want to do is to either use the filter option and just go straight to Flux, or just select realistic images. But then Flux generates even images that don't have human figures in it. So the best way is just to use the filter option and select Flux. So we're just going to find Flux from the base model, and it should be somewhere around here. All right, so we have Flux 1, and then we have the Flux 1 Schnell, and I'm just going to select the 2. They are all Flux models. And once we've selected the particular models that we want to filter by, we can just click on an empty space, and it's still going to show us the number of items we've used in the filter. And in this case, we have 2. So after filtering, you're going to see images that were generated using Flux model. And as you can see, not all of the images have some realistic human figures. I mean, these are cartoon-ish kind of images, but this is where we want to use this realistic filter as well. And it's not really a filter, it's just us sorting it by realistic items from the Flux model. And this is where you see some of those images that you can generate using Flux. I mean, once you have the filters opened, you're going to see a lot provided by the community, and anyone you like, you can just favorite it. So now we can go ahead and choose any, and I am going to try just using the first one. And to use any, just click on the run button that you see here. It's going to give you options to just run the model directly, and it's going to use AI tools to run it, but then there's an easier way for you to just even test out the model. And when you scroll down, there are some permissions that you have for each image that you generate using any model. I mean, it differs by model, and since it was created, like for this, it was created using this person. You can even follow the person, you can buy the person a coffee, and now what this guy is saying is, you're free to use my model to generate your images, but you have to obey these rules. You use it in Tensor Online, use it with this. You can use it without crediting the person. You can share merges of this model, but then you can use different permissions on merges. You can't sell the generated content. You can't use on generation services, which means you can't just use it like an API on other services, and you can sell this particular model. So any other thing, it's valid, and then it's telling that reprinting is strictly prohibited. So this is for this person. Other models might decide to tell you that even selling the content, they don't have a problem with it. Now, this is a model that the person has also disabled the download button, which means yeah, it makes sense. If you can't use it on other services, then why providing the download button? All right. So the fastest way to just use it is to just communicate with the model, and this is where you go to. There's an option here telling you to talk to model, and it will even give you some sample prompts. You can directly generate pictures by talking to the model, and it's telling you that you can say things like generate this, generate that, and you don't even need to generate something. You can just mention that which you want to generate. And one thing I also forgot to mention is you get access to 50 free credits daily, and as you can see, I have 52 credits here, and you can get more credits when you complete some tasks. Like when you click on get more credits, it's going to show you all right, so when you invite someone to use the platform, you're going to get plus 100 credits. When you publish a post, plus 10 credits. And by publishing a post, it's not somewhere you publishing it elsewhere. It still falls within Tensor Art, and this is where you get to create a new post. And once you write a post and publish it, you get 10 extra credits. So it's still a way of them trying to ensure that you stay within the system. And each generation you do so far, the ones that I've tested, takes 4 credits. So if you have 50 credits daily, and each generation takes 4 credits, 4 by 11 is 44. It means you can generate around 12 images per day, which is more than enough. I don't know what you're working on, but then 12 images in a day it's actually a good deal. All right, so what we want to do next is to find the kind of image I want to generate. I mean, we can just tell it to generate anything, but I like making this fun. So I am here in Piclumen, and what I am doing here is just to check out the explore page and see what others have generated. I'm looking for images of people, probably up close, and this is also a good image. It has the prompt, because I noticed in Piclumen there are some images that you would see a notification like this telling you that the author has hidden the prompt. But since we have the prompt here, I am going to just copy this prompt and see if we are able to generate something similar. So I'm just going to paste it here. And then there's a settings option here where you can see more before generating, just to see how you can make some tweaks. I I like leaving it on landscape mode, and for the quantity, let's generate 2 to have options. And honestly, I don't know why there's an upscale button here, because normally when you have the image generated and you like it, then you upscale it. But then why would I upscale something, spend credits on it before even knowing how it would look? Unless if there isn't credit attached to it. I mean, unless if it's free, because I haven't really seen a notification showing how many credits it would take for the upscale. So let's just give it a try. Any credit that goes beyond the 8 credits from our total 52, we would know that something is up. So now that we have this, we're just going to close this and then click on generate. And once you are generating for this first time, it's going to use this Cloudflare verification to verify that you're human, and if it's done, it will just generate. Let's see how fast this generates. And we have our image generated, and just look at this. How realistic is this? I mean, compared to what we have here, this is so crazy. This is the other one, and wow, this is hyper realistic. I don't know. Let me know. Let me know what you think of this result, because I am impressed. This is what this is what happens with these models. The person who creates the models usually just has his own inbuilt negative prompts, and then all you need to do is just insert your own prompts, and the person knows all the steps, the seed, the whatsoever style that the person wants to do, even the guidance. So everything has been set, and all you need to do is just click, type your prompt and click, and it's going to emulate that same style. So next we are going to try another image with a different model that obviously has Flux. So this isn't of a human, it's an up close shot of an eagle's eye, and I really like this picture. So the prompt looks very detailed, so we're just going to copy this prompt and find a different model entirely. So what I want to do is to go back to models, click on realistic, and most of the realistic models are use Flux by default, so we don't even need to use the filters here. And let's try using this guy's model. Now all we need to do is we can also check the project permission. Oh, all right, so this guy even allows the users to sell the generated content, which is nice, but you can't use it without crediting him. And yeah, so let's see, who is this guy? He calls himself OG Kai. All right, so OG Kai, we're going to use your model to generate a picture. So I hope that's enough credit. Now we can just click on run. So the author recommends the following parameters. You want to apply them? Sure, like anything you say, boss. All right, so I'm just going to paste the prompt here and generate 2 images. But notice something, this generates 2 images and it's less than the 4 credits, so this is 3.2 credits that will be deducted. The negative prompts, all right, so it's not supported with Flux 1. These are other options. Translation, you can translate your prompt. That's assuming you're not from an English speaking country and you have a prompt in another language and you want to translate it to English, or you have it in English and you want to translate to your own language. You can also randomize the prompt. You can expand prompt, which means it supports prompt enhancement. But now that we have this, let's try generating using this. Yeah, one other thing, let's select landscape for this, and then I guess that's it. So I'm just going to click on generate.
If you like what you've been watching so far, then a like to this video and a sub to the channel will be massively helpful. Now let's continue with the video.
And our images are done generating. So let's take a look. Oh, all right. This is a really nice image. I mean, this has part of the eagle's beak, but this focused mainly on the eye. Let's check the next one. All right, so we have a beak here, and this is, oh my goodness, this is really, really nice. I mean, just look at the other details apart from the eye itself. Just look at the other details around the eye. Anyway, it might just be me getting impressed with this, but I would want to know if you are also feeling this the way I am. So let's look for the last image to try generating, and it's still going to be from Piclumen. So this time, this is an image of a car up close, and it's a vintage hypercar, and I would really want to see how this looks. So let's just copy the prompt and use a different model that still uses Flux, and let's use this that even has the Google logo. So we're going to run it, and now that we have this, we can also check out the permissions. And so for the project permissions, this person has a link there. The person's name is Terrence520. And one thing is, you can also see other images generated from this particular model when you keep scrolling, and those are all under related posts, and these are people posting what they've generated, maybe for extra credits. Let's see, we are still going to leave the aspect ratio on landscape because I really want to see how this looks. We're going to leave it on 2 images. It's going to just take 3.2 credits, so not bad. It won't hurt our credits. We still have 33 credits. We're rich enough in credits. And then now that we have this, we can just easily just generate. The thing about Flux model is you don't really need to be this detailed with your prompt. You could just even tell it a person doing this, and it's going to generate it and make it look very realistic. So this generation is done, and let's see this car. All right, wow, this looks like a Ferrari. It's a very flat car. It doesn't have a roof. I really like this. I mean, I love these images. I love these images. This can pass as a realistic image. I'm not just focusing on the primary target of the image itself. Well, in this case, it's the car. I am also looking at what's around the source, and that, I mean, look at the ground, look at the road. There's there are splashes of water, and look at the reflection. Look, I mean, everything here looks so nice, and it's easy to generate images. So lastly, let's see if it can generate celebrity images using prompts. Let's see how good it is with that. So for this reason, I have Raycraft AI opened up, and I'm going to use our Will Smith prompt from our last video on Raycraft. If you haven't watched it, I'm going to put it up there, and all I need to do is just copy this text part and then paste it here. So yeah, so this is the prompt. I really want to see how this would work. So let's just see. This is Will Smith is there in the prompt, and it has a It has some other details within the prompt, but I also specified that he is holding 2 pistols. So we are still going to stick with this other Flux model, which is fine. If you want to select a different model, you can just it's easy for you to do that by clicking on this, and it's going to open up the models, and you can just go ahead and click it. But now that we have this, all we need to do is generate. Alright, so our image is done generating, and look at the first image. This is way better than what we generated using Raycraft, honestly. And I mean, yes, this Will Smith looks a bit younger, but then we have our 2 pistols, ladies and gentlemen, finally. And yeah, this is 1 pistol, but this is like from that Will Smith movie where there was a cloned version of him, a younger one. I can't remember the movie. Yes, it generates celebrities, it generates people's faces, and that's an impressive thing for it to do. So that's the end of me playing with this tool. I mean, let me know what I have missed. I mean, in the last video we did for Raycraft, someone mentioned that I haven't really pushed that AI to the limit because the prompts I gave it weren't so tough. So I don't know, if you have any prompt idea, let me know, or you can give it a try and let us know what you think. So that's been it. Let me know what you think. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.
If you have learned anything from this video, please click the Buy Me a Coffee link below. Every donation helps me to continue bringing this type of content to you.